I am going to do a Snapdragon arrangement. I actually picked these a few days ago, but I haven't had a chance yet to put them in a vase. I'm particularly in love at the moment with this bronze with white. Look at that, so beautiful. Put these flowers on a whiteboard just so that you could see them properly. So let me just hold them back. These have now been conditioned actually for a few days. I haven't had a chance to make a proper arrangement with them yet. I've been too busy taking photographs, for goodness sake. Anyway, they've been conditioned bolt upright because, as we know, the Snapdragons are geotropic, so they're influenced by gravity, which means if you put them on an angle like this in the bucket, then the tips will bend, realign themselves to an upright position. So in order to help with conditioning bolt upright, which can be difficult in a bucket, I've stripped the foliage from the stems, and I've also put 2 bands. You can use twine. I just had these elastic bands knocking around the kitchen, so I thought I would just reuse them. So 2 bands with a bunch will help keep them straight, and they're easier to balance in your flower buckets or jugs. You can, of course, just leave them banded. You can pick yourself a vase or a jug like this, measure the stems against the jug, and then cut them down accordingly, and that's your arrangement done. But I thought we might do something just a little bit more fun so that you can have a go at home. I'm actually going to cut the stems down quite a bit. The taller the stems, the more flowers you're going to need for your vases and arrangements. So what I've done is I've chosen a really inexpensive clear vase for us to arrange in. We've already been enjoying the Snapdragons in the garden for weeks and weeks now, and after cutting they have an incredibly long vase life, providing you keep them away from direct sunlight and they're not anywhere too hot, somewhere nice and cool. They will last you a really long time. I brought the vase to the edge of the table so you can see, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure where I want the stem to be cut. I've got super sharp snips because if you want this long vase life, you need to make sure that the capillaries are open and the flower can take up all the water that it needs. Okay, I think that's about perfect, and what I've done is I've cut it on an angle so that if it sits in the bottom of the vase, it doesn't seal over the bottom of the stem. Think of it as their drinking straw, so they need to be able to have free flowing access to this water. There we go, I think that's about perfect. So they are going to twist and turn a bit just until you have a few more in the vase. So I'm measuring and cutting, and I think this one is going to want to sit over this side. That's looking much better already, isn't it? And I can't resist just adding a few of these bronze with white. And then for a little bit more interest, how about a touch of the white? An addition of some pink as a final flourish. In case you bought our mix, I've just added a touch of red, and I've topped the vase right up with water. The stems will soon align themselves with gravity once they've had a chance to work out where they are. I thought it would be fun just to revisit the arrangement that I've made, and you can see now that the stems have realigned themselves to gravity. So where this stem here, if you go back and look at the video, it's laying on the side slightly just after arranging. Not anymore. It's now realigned itself skywards, and the vase is looking absolutely fantastic. You can also see quite how much water those stems have drunk, so if you're not using a clear vase for your arrangement, do keep an eye on the water. I'm going to top this up. I just wanted to show you first.